Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jimmy James. Welcome to Catch It Live Sports. Wisła Kraków hosting Wisła Płock. Regardless of what it says in the press, it's not a local derby just because both teams begin with Wisła. Lazy reporting that. Both town cities are on the River Wisła. They're about 350 kilometres apart. Right, before we get started, here's Jaden's thoughts.
G'day Jimmy, g'day team, hope everybody's well. I happened to watch the match tonight, but I was saying to Jimmy earlier that the kickoff is about 2:30 in the morning, my local time over here in Australia, and I finished my shift here at work at about 1 o'clock in the morning, so my brain will be pretty tired trying to stay up for that extra couple of hours in the worst time of the evening. It's the joys of living on the other side of the world. But anyway, look, big game today against Wisła Płock. It's the battle of the Wisłas. It's going to be an interesting game considering how we played last week, and if my predictions go by anything, that was shocking last week. So it proves that I need to stay on the couch with the TV remote and don't look for a career in football management. But look, we like to have fun around here, so I thought I'll give it another crack and see how far away I can be from the actual mark. But with Wisła Płock, we all know what Wisla Krakow is like. So Wisła Płock, there's kind of two players that I think I'm interested to see today. That's Henryk Reyman and Wisła Płock. Płock will likely line up in their usual 3-4-2-1, so they actually play with three at the back, and they look to appear to have a full-strength squad. Reyman is, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's one of the wing backs. Seems to be able to push up through the line pretty well, similar to what Krzyżanowski offers us. And Kubacki is like their number 10, who seems to be one of their strongest team players so far this season. And they're going to be pretty confident because they've started the season a bit surprisingly well. They're undefeated so far, and they're defending brilliantly well, I suppose, because they're allowing a lot of shots. Don't get me wrong, I think there was like 17 shots against Rakov and then 16 shots last weekend against Wisła Płock. But so there's going to be opportunities for us to create chances and exploit the space that they allow. It's just whether or not we can actually find them back of the net. So yeah, I think Wisła Płock, it's going to be an interesting challenge for us, and it's at home for us, so we'll see what we can come up with. In terms of Wisła's news, we all know Lilleveld will probably be replacing Geiger over the next few matches, and he's going to remain in that starting 11 for us until Geiger's healthy. I expect Marius Jop probably to stick with Duda and Ibikeme, something. So despite their poor showing last week, I think they're still going to start again, because I think when Carbo came on, arguably, I thought Carbo was probably a bit worse when he did come on. So, look, give them another chance, see if they can recover from last week. Also, I think Erdahala is probably going to start ahead of Kushimenko, which I know Jimmy will be shaking his head at. But I think he looked better when he replaced him the last two matches. I know he replaced him quite late the first match, but when he came on in the second half, I thought he demonstrated a pretty decent set of skills that improved our performance and allowed us to really compete towards the end last week against Piast. And in the other areas, I think Bozic should probably also keep his place. His defensive contribution was really poor last week, but look, the trade-off is that he's a genuine attacking threat, and he offers us a really good value in our forward line. And last but not least, I think Sanchez is probably going to continue to start. You know, when he's scoring goals, you can't really drop somebody. Even though Rodado, I thought, was an excellent threat to introduce last weekend off the bench again. So I think you'll probably see Jop go with that same tactic of bringing him on in the final 30 or 40 minutes. And yeah, like I said, you can't really drop Sanchez when he's scored 3 goals in 2 matches. And I think Sanchez is the stronger aerial option as their number 9. which could be especially important against Polski's three centre backs. So if I'm looking at a prediction, I think Płock are too dangerous in transition, and our defence is clearly too uncertain at the moment. So for me to confidently predict a clean sheet, I don't think I can. So I think Płock are going to get on the board, but I think we're going to be able to capitalise off our offence and off our chances that we're going to create. We're going to learn a lot from last weekend, so I think we're still going to get the win, or I'd like to hope that we still get the win. So with that, I'm going for a 2-1 win to Wisła Kraków against Wisła Płock. And I think Sanchez is going to score again. And just to piss off Jimmy, I think Hala will get the other one. And I see Płock's goal probably coming through a set piece, unfortunately, compared to through the play, because they don't really offer a lot of chances. I think they only had 4 shots in their first match against Rakov, but last week against which they started to pick up a bit with the chances. So yeah, I expect a controlled but competitive match rather than the chaotic 4-3 that we had last week. So fingers crossed, and hopefully the lads can get 3 points. Hope everybody's well, and I fly back home next week, so I should be on the live stream for our match against Górnik Zabrze. So I'm looking forward to it. Take care, everybody.
Cheers for that, Jaden, mate. You'd make it sound as though I've got something against Hala. On the ball now, goes down in the penalty box, got an elbow to the face, I think. Blimey. Early corner there for Płock. Grazi says, Rakowski is the referee, bad news. It is. Although you won't be moaning at the assistant, will you? Female assistant tonight on the far side. Lovely young filly. Speaking of raccoons, geezer, that sounds a bit of a shocker, mate, that. I'm having a bit of a shocker myself with my boiler. I've got a horrible feeling I might have turned a lever when I shouldn't have done. Not looking. Topping the tank up underneath and either turned a lever or knocked a lever. I'm hoping that is the problem anyway. But you never know. I'm not claiming responsibility for that just yet. Frankie James says, young filly. Yeah. Assistant, yeah, that's not a penalty. I don't know what Hala was doing. Assistant on the far side. Female assistant tonight. Don't care what she looks like as long as her eyesight's alright. Frankie says, I'm not the boiler, by the way. Definitely not, Frankie. Definitely not. Anybody wondering what the crew looks like in live chat? You've just seen what Jaden looks like. No Adrian tonight. I thought he might have been in. He's a busy boy though, is Adrian and Magda. We've got a geezer from Connecticut. And we got Frankie James from here in sunny Devon. Oh my word. Geezer says, oh look, it's Eva. Eva over. Shot came in there from Płock and it was into the side netting. Do you know, earlier on today I watched the game between the last game that Wisła Płock played was here against Wisla Krakow, and pretty even contest, to be honest. What was noticeable, the shithouses that are Wisła Płock, they had the home fans, they had the away fans in next to the home fans, the Wisła fans, but apparently tonight they weren't selling any tickets to their fans. Just trying to prove a point, aren't they, being arses? Oh well, their loss. But it was a pretty even game, to be honest. The 2 goals that they did get Płock, they were both shots from outside of the box. One was a decent one, not closed down, which we were guilty of last week. And the other one was a shot from outside the box that was deflected. So, make of that what you will. The poor girl's ears must be burning. Why is somebody... Oh, I see what you mean, geezer. I thought you meant someone was... You meant because we were talking about her. I got cross wires then. Posting down the right hand side. Cleared by Uriga. Not a good clearance though. Shot comes in and over the crossbar. Not a good clearance that from Uriga. What are you laughing at, Frankie James? Filth. Filth. Right, let's go through the team lineups quickly. You can see over there what Płock have gone with. Płock is funny because in English it's Plock, isn't it? There's nothing like that in Polish though. It's Pwost, or I think Płock. Frankie James says Eva's ears. Should probably have seen it because it's got a good few hundred views now. That Wisła down the right hand side. Duarte puts a cross in. Keeper with a diving clearance kind of. That's not very good. Then a shot comes in from Radado and it's deflected over the crossbar. Got some new... Any of you guys or gals into golf? Because if you are, we have got... On this channel, Catch It Live Sports, we will have golf streams coming up. Not golf streams that you fly. Golf streams. I know Frank is ecstatic. She cannot wait. She's a massive golf fan, Frankie. She's outside about 50 yards away from me. I've got my shed door open. Sorry, studio. Because it's... nice and toasty warm, but I've had to pull the curtain across because of the sun shining in, so I can't see if she's going to creep up and throw something at me. Do you know, looking at Wisła's midfield tonight, we look a little bit lightweight, don't we? In theory, Duda and Ertahal are in there. Igbekim on the bench. It's a little bit worrying. Flying up his nose. I forgot to ask as well, hopefully everything alright with the volume. Give us a 1 in live chat if it is, please. Crossed into the box. Sanchez tried turning it around the corner. Into the keeper's hands. Frankie says she'll learn to like it. Language, Frankie. Grazia, I take it you're not a golf fan? I'm not the biggest of golf fans myself, but there's very little live golf on YouTube, so if there's a gap, we'll fill it. We're back to Eva again, aren't we? Get your minds. Did you see what you've done? I came in here with the full intentions of concentrating on the football. Look at them ultras behind there. And I'm good to go tonight. I had a panic earlier on. I thought I'd run out of party poppers. I needn't have worried. Although Ertahal putting this corner in. Lechinsky, the keeper, with a good punch. Yeah, not good news, although it could have been a lot worse for... It could have been a lot worse for Raul Geiger with his... he's probably going to be out for about 4 weeks. You know, if it's a bad hamstring, you can be 12 weeks or more, can't you? So 4 weeks, yes, it sucks, but I'll definitely take that. Just hope he has no more complications. Bozic on this left-hand side, driving into the penalty area, then miscontrols it, goes behind for a goal kick. Live chat. Frankie says, it's a fact. How irritating is golf? Well, I know when we've had some fairly big wagers on the golf in the past, your eyes have been glued. Your eyes have been glued to that screen. The geezer says, we'll deal with the Hornets before first light tomorrow. And Grazia says, there's too many sports to follow. Golf's the odd man out. Well, at the moment, on Catch It Live Sports, Grazia, we're concentrating on football, cricket, rugby league, and now golf. And we'll also have, once it starts again proper, we've also got football special coming up. All the goals from around the UK and Europe, as they go in, will be in front of Sky TV. I like doing them football specials. They're pretty fast flowing. There's always something going on. We've won a free kick though. We wanted to play on. I'm not sure who's Radado who's gone down. I'd sooner have had the advantage there, referee. So, which is the biggest city? Wisła Płock or Wisła Krakow? I couldn't believe that. I saw it was in a Polish article about this game, the Wisła Derby. It's like 350 kilometres apart. Ertahala floats one into the box looking for Uriga. It'll be picked up by Bozic, back to Krzyżanowski, back to Bozic. How disappointing was that defeat last week? It sucked. You know, when I watched the game back, it was a pretty good match, especially if you were a neutral. But we were a little bit unlucky with the first goal we gave away, with the slip from Krzyżanowski. The last goal that we conceded, you can't give that much room on the edge of the box. Now Sanchez gets dispossessed, he wants a free kick, the shot comes in. No problem for Wubik. Tell you what I do like about Wubik, he looks to go quick and he's got a good distribution, because down that right hand side in the penalty area now is Duarte. He's cut inside, puts a shot in, it's blocked. That's the trouble with Duarte though. When he cuts inside, he's not as strong on his left foot. But that's good distribution there from the keeper. As soon as he got that ball down in that right hand channel for Duarte, Mason Earth brings it forward. Bozic driving into the penalty area and slips. Will be a throw into Wisła though, about 8 yards from the corner flag. So the pressure is still on. It's with Krzyżanowski. Back to Ertahala. What did everybody think of Maxence Mason Earth so far from his first 2 games? Been pretty impressed with him. Alright, he gave that penalty away, but his limbs are that long. He was a good yard outside the penalty area, but his back arm, that was well in the penalty area. Edge of the box, Krzyżanowski. Oh, he should have put the shot in with his right foot. I know he's left-footed. Oh, there we go. You little beauty. And you know who's on the score sheet? It's that man, number 9, Radado. And it was a deflection. Keeper was going to the right, deflected, went to the left of him. But I don't have a lot of sympathy for Płock, because ultimately that's what got him the 3 points last time out against the Ekstraklasa. So, you know, live by the sword, die by the sword. There was the perfect chance for Krzyżanowski to put the shot in. He then tried getting it back onto his left foot, put the shot in. It got deflected to Radado, and Radado put the shot in. Keeper goes to his right, and who's that? Number 4. Thank you very much, Sangre. Radado will claim it because it's on target, but There we go. Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? I should turn the filter off so you get the full effects, but anyone who's got earphones on. Ooh. That was a loud one. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So there we go, 1-0. Let's get it on the scoreboard. I got caught out last week, didn't I? I'm not doing it again this week. I'm not wasting these party poppers. I've only got one bag left. I thought I'd run out tonight as well. I had 2 on my table. I thought, oh, I'll get some more out before the game. I'm going through the box and I thought, oh no, I know what I've done. I put all the empty ones back into the box. Frankie James, it was good for me. Are you talking about the pop or the goal going in? Both is the answer. Yeah, a little bit concerned about our midfield. Are we a little bit lightweight with Duda? Are we a little bit lightweight with Duda and, in theory, Ertaler in the... Yeah, I think we are. I mean, ultimately, we're playing without a CDM today, so... But the good thing is, they normally play with the middle 5, do Płock, so they play with the back 3, a middle 5. So they'll be hoping to dominate midfield with the diminutive Duda and Ertaler in there. Nice turn there from Ridado, and he gets tripped. That'll be a free kick. Graja, what's the beef with the referee? I can't say that I know him or he sticks in my mind. Radbanski having a go at the referee there. He needs to be careful, because if the referee's going to let him do that more than once, he needs to get his card at the referee. Into live chat, Agiza says, I'm watching it live. Brilliant stuff, Agiza. Am I watching it live? I'm on 17 minutes and 27. So hopefully I'm not doing what I was doing a couple of weeks ago, where I must have caught the time bar at the bottom. I was about two minutes behind. It wasn't until Jaden said I checked it. Actually, I better check it. Yeah, it is, thankfully. Graji says, why would you deflect that ball? Don't you trust your keeper? That's what Peter Schmeichel always used to say at Manchester United to his defenders. Don't stick a leg out, just trust that I'll stop it. Because it's the deflection that kills the keeper. You know, that they can't react to it, can they? So yeah, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's just instinct, Graz. That's all I can put that one down to. What else is going on in the live chat? Frankie James, perfect to Giza. I'm throwing the ball for Butters and Henry. I can hear the action from the state-of-the-art studio, the shed. How dare you? Giza says, I know what you mean, Graz. Even if they don't deflect, they tend to block the keeper's vision. And Graz says, basically, they're all terrible. I wouldn't be happy. Oh, thought they were going to get in there then. Płock, but no. Now we've given it away. Oh, don't do anything silly. Mason Earth gets back. Well, Maxence is out. I don't know why he's having a go there at Lelyville, because it was a poor pass, that. Poor pass from Maxence. Yeah. Muziel. So that's the only referee that you're having, is it, Graz? I'm not sure what's been given there. We've must have been offside. I was looking at live chat then, so I've got to say I missed it. Yeah, I don't know if you took much notice when Jaden was giving us his pre-match earlier on, but That I thought that was, he sent it me earlier today, that image, and I thought it was an office. It's actually is the loco that he drives. So that's a picture of the loco as well. Absolutely ginormous. Redardo, lovely touch there. Edge of the box, tries to get a shot in. Backing up. Oh my word. Just couldn't keep over it. Pacheco there, having a bit of a go at the referee. Redardo went to put the shot in. Pacheco put his leg in the way and took one, I think. Yeah, he did. That's funny, Redardo putting the shot in. Sanchez as well, unlucky there. That would have been something to moan about. He couldn't quite keep it down. If he had kept it a foot lower, that's in. Then there's VAR getting involved. I wouldn't have counted though, because it was a definite infraction, shall we say, by Redardo, kicking a lump out the back of the leg of Pacheco. But there you go. That's football. I've got another complaint as well. I have a lot of complaints these days. I seem to get more as I'm getting older. But you know how we used to have the playing 11, and then you'd have 5 substitutes. Yeah, that was all right. That was fine. Easy to fit on the screen. Now, I think they have as many as they want. You can't fit them all on there without making it unreadable. Live chat. As she says, Krakow chap. Frankie says, can you show it, Jimmy, the loco? And Gradually says, but he has to keep his booze under control. Oh, a bit like that, is it? He's one of them. Can't follow him. Frankie says, beautiful sunset. Oh yeah, the picture of Jaden's loco. Certainly was. It's ginormous. I wonder if he's compensating for other things by driving a big train. I don't feel bad saying that to him, because he's been taking the mickey out of me all day over the cricket. We've got the Ashes next year as well, haven't we, against the Aussies? He's definitely be going to be giving me some shit over that, because at the minute we don't stand a cat in hell's chance. The geezer says he should try a straw. Excuse me. Is that the referee? 23 minutes gone in this. It's gone pretty quick. Do you know what I like about Wubik as well in goal? He's always trying to get game back underway quickly. You know, and he's quite happy to go along. His distribution is really good. I know we've only just started this season, but I keep keeping my eyes peeled for... Oh, we're breaking, man. We're breaking. Now the referee's blown up. Ertahala took one then. I wonder if he's going to have to go off. I don't mind Ertahala coming on as a substitute. I've got to say, you know, I have nothing against him. I keep saying that, and I feel like I need to keep saying that, but... But he's not exactly a midfield general, is he, like Igbekin? I think his best game is coming on with 20 minutes to go when the game's a little bit slower and everybody's tired and... early on trying to command that midfield. I'm not sure that's his bag. Gracia says, Musial and another referee were arrested for walking down the street with a stop sign at 1 a.m. We've all done that, haven't we? I know Frankie James has. She'll normally end up with a traffic cone on her head, or in Krakow, in the beer haller, That was one of the best ones. There's a picture and a video of it somewhere. She ended up with a... She had a burger and it came out in like a basket thing. Which she promptly demolished the burger. Did you have the 2 chips up your nose, 2 fries up your nose was it, and a basket on your head? You can take the girl out of Plymouth, but you can't take Plymouth out of the girl. Krizanovski puts one down the channel to Sanchez. Loses possession. We don't want to be giving this ball away too much. We're inviting pressure. Cross comes in. Blimey. I tell you what, a better first touch there from, who's that? Hamalik. Saeed Hamalik. A better first touch there, and he'd have had a good 2 yards, would you say, to get that shot away? This ball crossed in here. Corner comes in. Body's flying all over. I mean, do you know what? Another thing I was thinking during the week, as you do, I'm interested to see how Biedrzycki. I'm interested to see how he fares in the Ekstraklasa. I personally, I think he'll do well. But it just shows, doesn't it? One injury, you're out the team, you lose your place, and it's almost irony. It's almost irony that he gets injured, loses his place, as happened with Cutwer earlier last season, and suddenly Uriga comes back from long-term injury, and ultimately it kind of made the decision easier for Mariuszczak. That's lazy from Duda, that giving the ball away. Now Plock. Oh, Płock in. That's just absolutely Hamalik. It is Saeed Hamalik. That's just absolute laziness from Duda. Shocking. Just turning that ball inside. It's a kind of pass that you teach children. You don't make that. The first ball you don't make is the crossfield pass across your own penalty box. You don't do that, do you? The second one is this one he's done there. Just absolutely crazy. And he's onside as well. Uriga played him on, Maisonneuve played him on, and a good finish. 1-1, there we go, ladies and gents. That ain't offside, and it's not getting chalked off either. So a good start, all undone because of Duda. And it is because of Duda. It was a good pass and a good finish. But do you know the other thing I'm waiting of? I was thinking about this in the week as well. Have we seen Wubik make any really good saves yet? He doesn't really need to make saves, does he? The ball either goes past him and it's in, or it's wide. I've not seen him sort of dive into his right, full stretch, tipping one round the post or over the crossbar. Nice touch from Ridado there. Now he gives the ball away, and now a counter attack from Płock. Stop giving the ball away. If Duda does that again, if I was Mariuszczak, I would hike him. I'd give him the old Spanish elbow and put Igbekim on. He can't be doing that, what he's just done. Frankie James says, oh my God, my TikTok battery pack just shouted to me in Japanese and the phone went dead. What the actual? Found another battery. Nick, yours, Jimmy. Oh, it was at the side of my chair. And Frank says, I got all the kids one as a stocking filler for Christmas. Grazi says, exterminate Hamalik. Well, it was a good finish, wasn't it, mate? It was his first touch as well that set that up for him. But just really disappointed with that from Duda. I know he's only young, but It's a little bit unforgivable, that. Thing is, what is he, 21 years old? Just learn from it, don't do it again. But if he keeps doing it, you've got to... Similar to playing the ball out from the back last season. The Kievitz. Shocking at it. I know he's only young, and like we spoke about all last season, will he learn from it? Maybe keep doing the same thing again. You're not learning, are you? But anyway, 1-1. Frankie James says, Agiza says bonsai. Keep buying this foreign rubbish. Frank says, so guys, you need an imaginary chat room. What does it look like? A traditional pub or a sophisticated lounge? Traditional pub for me. Traditional pub. Frankie James says, I'm going with traditional pub, sticky tables and beer on draft. Bonsai. Graduate says, Wubik played great at Garnet last season. Certainly did. Do you know, I until he came to us, I didn't take much notice of him. Didn't really think anything. Saw some of the saves he made. Played really well. This season for us, he's not had to do anything, has he? Apart from clear up at the back a little bit. Picked some goals out last week. None of them which were his fault. None that have gone past him so far. What have we conceded now? 6 this season. None have been his fault. I think I can remember him making one save diving to his left hand side full stretch. Apart from that, he's not had much to do. Which tells you a lot about Wisla, I think. You'd look, 3 games played almost now. Well, 2.5, conceded, 6 goals. So you'd be thinking, oh, blimey, leaky at the back. I don't think that's the case, though. I think we could be tight at the back, but then you lose that edge going forward. And ultimately, goals win games. Cross comes in, headed clear by Uriger. Yeah, goals win games, and I'd sooner go... I would sooner win 3-2 than 2-1. But that's just me. Nice ball in behind there. Maxence comes across once again. It's number 10. Never going to get that. Goal kick to Wisła. Traditional pub it is, says Frankie. I'm sitting by the dartboard and close to the bar, obviously. Yeah, and if they've got a jukebox, sounds like our local. Which one? One of our locals shut down. They said, it was through ill health. So I hope they haven't been drinking their own beer. Sanchez trying to use his size there, then gets taken down. Now he's rolling around. It's nothing. Right, get up, Sanchez. You've got the yellow cards come out. And that's 2. Glenn Sangra, scorer of the opening goal. It will go to Ronaldo, though. Graduate, or anybody actually, do you know the number 3, Marcin Fliss? Who was he playing for last season? I just saw him when I was putting the names in for the team lineup, and I thought, who was he playing for last season? And I never checked. I don't want to go touching things like that at the minute. It'll come to me. Who did Marcin Fliss from? Wisła Plock. Who did he play for last season? I'm sure he's a new signing for them. We've got a free kick coming in from Radado. A little bit too far out for a direct shot, surely. Well, we give it a go. Didn't get any height on it. Cleared, and it'll be a throw in to Wisła. Yeah, he played for... Who did he play for last season? It's going to be a long throw from Lelieveld. Flicked on by Uriga. Chance for Duarte, puts a cross in. Sanchez is making a nuisance of himself. A little push in the back. There you go. But that's possibly going to get ruled out. This is going to get ruled out, I think, ladies and gents. I'm not getting too giddy yet. Grazi says, Pogon Siedka. Right. So it was, mate. So it was. Do you know, for some reason, I just want to... the reason I'm not getting too giddy about this goal yet, there was a potential of a little push in the back. Drop that. There was a little push. We're just seeing it again now, so it's flicked over. The ball's cleared. It's headed back in by Uriga. Ah, now the defender's made a meal of that. Once again, it's number 4. Angry. He tried to make out as though Sanchez had given one of them. And in fact, it looked like that. But, nah, you're not going to get that one, son. Morpin. Is it a push? Is it a push? Aguiza, what do you think? Is it a push, mate, that? There we go. It's a goal. Have a bit of that. Oh, let's get that. Scores on the doors, miss forward. 2-1. Right, now. Don't be giving this ball away. Let's get into half time. 37.5 minutes on the clock. It'd be nice to get another before half time. It's never enough, is it? Never enough. But there you go. Frankie James says, I'm going to meet my friend on Monday. We have the best time shopping in charity shops and having lunch. We always try the worst bridesmaid's dress. I need to attach pics to the community page. Yeah. I've got some good ones. They won't go on the community page though. All my days pop. Aguiza says, I think he can block off. I see what you did there. Oh, my word. Goal kick. Goal kick. Do you know when you watch Aguiza, when you watch Wisła, do you find yourself jumping off your chair a lot of the time? It is like that, isn't it, watching them? Are they on TVP tonight, or is it... I'm watching it on Ekstraklasa TV, but I didn't know if it was on... I know some of the games are on TVP. Five minutes to go till half-time. Krzyżanowski guilty of giving it away now. Played up at the back by Uriga. Loose touch there from Krzyżanowski. Player's gone down. I thought he slipped. I thought he slipped. Number Rajelj. I think that's how you pronounce it. Maybe not. A little bit like mucha, not muka or mucha. That means fly in Polish. Do you see how much you teach me on here, Grazia? And Grazia says, not much of a push from Sanchez. Grazia says, off the chair or the building. Hopefully just the chair, mate. Hopefully just the chair. And he says, I'm usually waiting for someone to kick the chair from under me. There's 11 candidates who can do that at any one time, mate. I've just had a picture come through from young Adrian. I'll have a look at that at half time. Throw yourself to the floor there looking for a free kick. The referee's having none of it. Now Duarte is under pressure. Needs support. He's not getting any support from anyone. Well, this referee, I tell you what, Graz, this referee's been pretty fair tonight so far from what I've seen, and a couple of times I think he's done this for a little bit of a favour. That's a nice ball though. They're in the penalty area again here. Nobody really in the middle. Cleared up by Lelyveld. Little chip out there from Uriga to Duarte. Very nice from Wisła down the line. Sanchez holding it up well. Then he plays that ball inside, gives it away, and straight away. Excuse me. That's well, I would have saved that, but that's the first real save I've seen Wubik make. But when Wisła going to learn, playing that ball inside and giving it away immediately puts Płock on the attack. Got to stop doing it. I'd sooner hoof it into the stand. Give away throwing if you have to. Don't play that aimless ball inside. Chance for Wisła to break. Just too straight there, and the keeper's out of his box. Does well for Płock. And there's a lot of room on this pitch tonight. It's certainly not been a tight affair in midfield. I thought when you know the way that Płock play with that 3-5, almost a 3-5. Just reply to Adrian in a second. Yeah, they play with 3 at the back, 5 across the middle, couple up top. So I thought the midfield might get a little bit congested, but it's not been the case at all. Plenty of width. Do you know, Ronaldo, since he came back from his injury, he just doesn't look quite as sharp yet. Well, I know it's still early, but he just looks like half a yard tardy. And it'll come back to him. It's just game time you need, isn't it? Frankie says, you guys. Is that in an American accent? You guys. Geezer says, right. Now I'm waiting for them to let in the equaliser. Oh, don't say that, Geezer. Radovanski puts a long throw in. Sanchez got his head to that. Do you know Płock, when they play that ball into the penalty area and down the channel, the first touch is pretty good. Going to have to be aware of that. It's either tipped around the corner or stopped dead. Shot comes in, deflected for a corner. Just for a moment then I wondered where that deflection was going, because he was kind of rooted to his spot, was Wubik. Obviously he knew it was going well wide, and it looks like Wisła have filled the away end. If he's not going to take your tickets, we'll fill them ourselves. Frankie says, of course, our kids played in an American accent. Yeah, we all did when we were kids, didn't we? You're gonna go to jail. The influence of movies. Lelyveld. Duarte on his outside. Back into Lelyveld. Ertala. Back to Lelyveld. Nice little triangles. Room edge of the box there for Rodado. Duda puts that cross in. Oh, it's just over the head of Sanchez. And Sangre puts it behind for a corner. Half a foot taller for Sanchez, and that probably would have been his second. Oh, dear me. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's have a look, see if we can find... I'll do it at half time. We've only got 1 minute of added on time. No hydration break tonight, was there? Thankfully. Corner comes in. Headed clear. Picked up by Krzyzanowski. Yeah, that's half time. Frankie says, so did I. Charlie's in. Charlie's in? Who's hello? I was always Sabrina. Angels, eventually. Hey! What's going on? That's funny. We always played with an English accent thanks to Python and the Avengers. Don't know what happened to my microphone then. It went a bit on the bonk. So we're going at half time. All square. Let's get this clock set up ready to go. Right, all I've got to do there is hit play. We've got to. We're going with a 2-1 lead. Sorry. I thought we were going to go in all square, but we'll take that lead. I don't know if you can see them stats there. I wish I could read Polish better, let alone speak it. I'd just settle for reading it. Rest in peace, Dame Rig. Yeah, good un, mate. Good un. Which was your favourite Purdy? Frank says, sorry, Jimmy. Trying to throw you off. I'm terrible. Yeah, I know. Once again, nearly fell off my chair, Frankie James. Nearly fell off my chair. Right. What is young... Let's have a butcher's. What's young Adrian up to? Greetings, Jimmy. Today I spent time with friends in the rented house in the woods. Besides that, I'll still try to watch the match, even if everybody is drinking and shouting around Yazda. Whenever I say Yazda, it always thinks I'm saying let's drive. Come through a bit dark, that, mate. I can't see. Oh, I can just see the shirt. Oh, a few beers on the go there, mate. Oh, hey, that's a nice big TV. I don't know if you can hear us, Adrian, if you're watching, if you've got it on telly, or if you've got Catch It Live Sports on as well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. We'll be catching up again soon in a few months. I'll be back over to Poland in, I think it's December. We're off later this month on a cruise, so I'm not sure which game I'm going to miss. Hopefully it's just the one. But don't want to be missing too many of them. it feels really chilled out tonight, this stream. I don't feel nervous. I just feel like, I kind of feel like Wisła have got this one. Gracia says, I'm Kevin Keegan. Yeah. They put it out a few months ago, didn't they? Well, they did over in the UK that he was ill. And yeah, finally gone. Frank James says, my cousin had a Purdy haircut. It was awful. Hey, nothing wrong with Purdy. What was so there was diet? Blimey, a geezer, you are showing your age. What are you now? 80, 88? With Purdy. With Purdy. There's thousands of miles between us, mate. I'm safe. There was Purdy, wasn't there? And then there was well, what's she called in just like Jimmy kicking fate in the sack. I can't remember her name. There was Diana Rigg, and then there was Honor Blackman. Honor Blackman. She was still a good one when she was in that thing we used to watch, Frankie. And the reason I'm laughing is we can never remember the name of this programme we watched with her in it. Then we remember it and go, oh yeah. I forgot it again. Not Home to Roost. Oh my word. Frankie James says, many years ago I asked for a Kim Wilde haircut. I look like Joan of Arc. Well, Joan of Arc would, well, she wouldn't have been still alive today, but you know what I mean. I've never known anybody who's poor at lighting a fire as Frankie James. She'll get a little match, put it in the fire, and a great big lump of wood like this, and can't understand why it won't light. Oh dear me. You know when you said Joan of Arc, and then you corrected yourself, you still put Arch underneath. Oh, go on, blame spell checker. Frankie James, what was the name of that programme? The Upper Hand, got it. It's just come to me now. The Upper Hand. So what has I haven't got anything really exciting at half time to talk about this week in respect of Wisła Krakow, because I've done very little research. I've had hardly any kit for the last 3 days trying to get this thing sorted out for the golf. It takes so much time. No time to do it. Frankie James says, I'm the worst. For flip's sake. Yeah, not the worst, Frankie. Far from it. Far from it. Just something like that. That's a little bit better. Have a few half-time tunes. Thanks to you fed our boiler up. That's an opener. Well, I don't know if I did or not. I might have done, you know. I'm just wondering. It's because don't take this the wrong way, but you've got to put your hands underneath and fiddle around and get the right knob. And to load it with water, there's two knobs, isn't there? Two levers. And if I've caught the other, it'd be alright if you had little hands. Try and fit this under and fiddle with little levers that are like that. I think what I might have done is when I put my hands underneath, I might have knocked it. But it wouldn't have worked at all. The thing is, it was working, just losing pressure. So if I've knocked it and it's been kind of half open, half closed, maybe that's what the problem is. But we'll find out. We'll find out for sure. Frank says, I've been washing the Kisix waff, boiled water from the kettle. What is that? I've been washing the KI6 wash. Hopefully, if it doesn't lose any more pressure, we'll know what the problem was. I'll have to get my torch out. Kids in the 20s. Well, one of them is. God, yeah, it does feel relaxed tonight. I'm just in the mood for. In fact, there's Duty giving that ball away. That got my blood pressure up a bit. Good goal though. From a lick, good finish. I think once this stream's done, I can feel. Frankie James, do you fancy a big fat kebab later on? Shall we see if we can get a kebab delivered for 10 o'clock? I just fancy a kebab with salad, and it's because we're watching old reruns of Coronation Street. We're up to 2008, and Jerry's kebab shop in there. I love it. I love a kebab, I've got to say. Especially after a few beers, I can just feel a bath coming on. I need a good shave and have a big fat kebab and then go and get in bed and watch a bit of mind-numbing TV. I fancy watching a bit of Two and a Half Men. I love Two and a Half Men. One of my favourite American sitcoms. I get the humour in that. Some of the American, I don't always understand American humour. I know it's vice versa. I know a lot don't get the English humour as well, but certainly with Two and a Half Men, definitely one of my favourites. That. Frank says, right, I'm ordering. Graduate says 3 losses for Krakow last week. It won't happen this week. How did we didn't go for the quadruple? How did Hutnik get on, mate? That was the other stupid thing I did this morning. So, with my newly acquired Wisła Krakow Junior drink bottle, I filled it up with some lemonade this morning, and because it was a little bit fizzy, what I did, I left the top just on the top so the fizz could like come out, and left it. Came and sat in my chair in here, put it on the side, forgot all about it. I was setting this stream up and I just went like that, picked it up and went, of course the lid came off and it just went all over my face, all over my t-shirt, all over my shorts. Oh, stupid. I'm getting more stupid as I get older. I'm putting it down to a lack of sleep. Frankie says, garlic bread and kebab? No, I fancy an actual kebab, Frankie. I fancy a kebab with salad, no chilli, and garlic mayo. Graja, right, what are you saying, Graj? My favourites are Greenacres, Get Smart, I Dream of Jeannie. I Dream of Jeannie, that's the old one, isn't it? Is that... I Dream of Jeannie, is that a spin-off from... where she twitches her nose? When they went back when they had smart clothes and... God, what was that called? I Dream of Jeannie. You know, another one I used to like as well, I don't even know if it's still out there now, but Archie Bunker. I don't know if you get away with it now. Raz says, all 3 from the 60s. Yeah. Greenacres, I can't remember that. Get Smart rings a bell, but that might be from a movie. I'm going from memory, so it might not be. But I Dream of Jeannie. Bewitched. That's it. Grazia. You've got it, mate. Bewitched. I used to like that. With do you know, back in the 50s and 60s when there wasn't as much money around, was there? But people were smarter. I don't mean smarter, although they were smarter, but the clothes, they all looked smarter. They took pride in their appearance, and now all the youngsters today, they walk round with their arse hanging round their knees, and I don't know what that's all about. I won't mind missing. Frankie James says, I Dream of Jeannie, brilliant. All three of them 60s, says Graz. Bewitched. Bewitched, Jimmy says, Geezer. Snap, Graz. Maxwell Smart, Agent 86. Daz Reynolds is in live chat. He says, big up. Hello, Daz, mate. Daz, are you joining me tomorrow night? We have got Wigan Warriors hosting Toulouse Olympique, and what a bad night it was for St Helens last night. Ooh. Getting thumped off Hull FC. Any of you gents looking at the TV now? Do you see what I mean in respect of the assistant on the far side? Eva! I don't know if you missed it earlier on as well, Daz. I don't know if you're a golf fan, but we've got some new golf live streams coming out soon. So keep your eye out for them. Yeah, very nice young filly. Assistant on the far side. Frankie's not listening, that's why I can hear her. She's ordering a kebab for later. She shouldn't bother anyway. She's took the. Is it just me, lads? Right, listen to this while we've got a minute. Do you know, if you're out and about and you spot some very beautiful women or whatever, and you know you have a little look in that, and it's kind of been spoilt now by Frankie because she points them out. She'll like give me a nudge and go, "Look at her over there. You're missing it, Jimmy. Look behind you. look over there." And it's like, if you're pointing them out, it's not the same, is it? You're not sort of getting away with anything, or not that you want to get away with anything, but you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, I'll spot them myself. Frankie, Giza says, I think I need some assistance. Daz says, yo, going to watch Chester away at Chorley, then to the pub. Got the Wrexham game on TV. Nice one, Daz. That sounds like a good night, mate. No Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Unless I've just reminded you, and then you're going to have to shoot off. Geezer, why do you need some assistance, mate? What's going on? Right, let's turn that. Remember to hit play. We're going to be underway any minute now. There we go. Let's get rid of that extra time. There's no extra time at the moment. Geezer says, it's a test, mate. Watch out. Yeah. It's been going on 25 years. 20 next year. 25 years. She knows I'm punching above my own weight, so she's nothing to fear. I don't think anyone else would put up with me because I get on my own nerves, so I must get on Frankie's. Dardo giving it the free kick there. Who's in chat? Dan says only on Wednesday Dungeons and Dragons. All right, mate. Matterhorn. Hi, what are you doing? Polish league, yeah. I take it you're a Wisła Płock fan, mate. Matterhorn. If you're a Wisła Płock fan, mate, you're more than welcome in here. Most of us support Wisła Kraków, but you're more than welcome. If you are, what are you expecting from Wisła Płock this season? Is it a season for survival? Is it a season mid-table, or are you hoping? Are you dreaming of getting into Europe? What are your hopes and what are your realistic expectations? My hopes of Wisla is that we get into Europe. Realistic expectations, you know, if we can get mid-table, be comfortable, I'd be quite happy with that this first season. Mathorn says, you has a Swedish accent. I can assure you, mate, I'm not from Sweden. I support Wisła Kraków, but live in England. A Swedish accent. Frankie James says, ordered. Nice one, Frankie. Yeah, welcome into live chat anyway, Matterhorn. Whereabouts are you from, mate? With a name like Matterhorn? You're a fan from Płock. What do you think of that first half, mate? I think it's been pretty even, to be honest. Little bit disappointing from your point of view with the well, Redardo will get the credit for it, but Sangre sticking out a foot. Should have just left it to the keeper. Completely bamboozled him. And Grazier says, for Plock or Płock, top 6 in the first half of the season, bottom 6 in the second. Englishman, mate. Yeah, English. My Polish is nie mówię po polski. Angielski, dziękuję bardzo. Dobry wieczór, by the way. Long throw comes in. Plock edge of the box. Lelyveld in with a vital interception. Duarte wins the free kick. Yeah, spend as much time as I can in Krakow though. In fact, I've just come back. Daz Reynolds says, off topic, what did you think of the test squad? Matterhorn says, live in Krakow? No, mate. In England, in the south, in Devon, but go to Krakow probably three times a year, I would say. Go see my dentist. Get over to watch Wisła if we can. Marathon says, hi Frank. Hi Frankie. Oh yeah. And Płock win a free kick. Maxence Maisonneuve. He's got the height. He's a little bit clumsy at times, but we can forgive him that. Maton, do you speak English? Angielski? Free kick comes in. Headed clear by Lelyveld. What's Sanchez going to do there? Nothing, because he's got 5 Płock players around him. Now it's with Dude. A nice switch of play. Wisła winner throwing down the right hand side. Massahorn says, often commentary Polish league here. As often as possible, mate. As often as possible. Love the Polish football. Ooh. What? What? I see what you mean, Graz. I see what you mean about the referee now. Uriga clearly got the ball there. He's won the ball and then he's given a free kick for that. Oh, my word. Płock on the attack down the right-hand side. got numbers in the box. I hope we're not going to spend this second half sitting in. Chance for the shot. Deflected back to Marcel Wubik. Daz Reynolds says, United B Leeds on ITV on Wednesday. Frankie James says, we have an amazing dentist in Krakow, Graz. Jimmy's been going for around 14 years. We all attend now. Somebody in live chat was saying hello to you, Frankie. Matterhorn, he's a, well, I'm assuming it's a he, a Wisła Płock fan. But everybody's welcome, mate. As I said. If you want to know what people look like in live chat, don't let it put you off. We've got Jaden. He's from Australia. I thought that was his office. That's his loco that he drives in the Outback. We've got a geezer from Connecticut. Connecticut in the US of A. Grazia's not sent us anything yet. We got Frankie James. She assures me she's not a pilot. Although she drives me mad. And we've got Adrian and the beautiful Magda. I need some more photos. Grazia, get your photos sent in. Marathon says, you must know a lot about the Polish league. I'd like to know more, mate, and I'll tell you why it's difficult, because of the language. Although I'm going to be getting a Polish daughter-in-law soon, Anya, so she does try and correct me on my Polish pronunciation, but I'm too old. It goes in and I forget. But Grazia, Agiza, they're the guys who know more about the Polish football than I do, that is for sure. But I just try and follow it, and it's like English football used to be, but in the 70s and 80s, proper good football. Exciting football, that's for sure. Frank says, oh no, here comes Jimmy. Come on, Graz, send a pic. Grazia says, I wouldn't know where to start. Matterhorn says, I go to Wisła Plock matches. Begun half 90 years ago. Blimey. Chance edge of the box. There's a free kick being given here. Sanchez can't believe it. Saying there's a dive. He reminds me of Charlie Sheen, Sanchez. Well, when he was younger. And once again, that was what Redardo did in the first half when he was putting that shot in. And who was it? Which player was it? I forget. But he got himself between Redardo and the ball and took one in the calf. Sanchez has just done the same thing there. Nothing more than a free kick. Daz, yeah, Frankie says, Daz, same goes for you, mate. Yeah, get your images posted. That'll be a free kick if he's not careful there for Duarte. He's going to get away with that. Matterhorn says, the next match we play with the champions Lech Poznan. Oh, I was in Poland, was it last week or the week before? I forgot now. But when Lech Poznan went out of the European qualifiers, we were in a restaurant having a meal and the game was on behind me. But I watched the penalty shootout. I can't believe that Poznan gave away that 3-0 lead they had, wasn't it, from the first leg. But that's when we had the waitress distracting everybody. Eva over. The geezer says, from the waist up, Graz. And that's in respect to... How does your mind work? Oh, Frankie James is laughing at you, geezer. Yeah. I just thought that was a given, a geezer. If you do want to send any pics in on dear me, for the community page so we can put them up for who's in live chat. Yeah, make sure they're from the waist up. Oh dear. Marathon Man says, I have never been to the UK. Mate, it's fine. It's not what it used to be. It's definitely not what it used to be. Cross comes in there from Post, and well, our keeper's going to sort that out. Yeah, he does well. Does well. I suppose that's what you get with playing a back three, though. Agiza says, this is a hard game to ref, Jimmy. Which game are we talking about, though, Agiza? Are we talking about the football or the one that's going on in live chat? Oh, dear me. I don't know why, Agiza. That's just tickled me. From the waist up, from the waist up. Wisła Płock on the attack. That cross is blocked. I hope we're not going to spend... I mean, we spent 12 and a half minutes pretty much just defending this second half with the occasional breakout. But we're going to be asking for trouble. And I think there might be a problem there. Is that for the goal scorer, Saeed Hamlik? Matterhorn says, where are you from? Which city? Born in Manchester. And then lived a few places really. Well, while I was had a short military career, only about a week. And now live in the south of England in Devon, mate. Frankie James says, UK, bit of a shithole, but we live in a remote part. We certainly do. The geezer says, is Jimmy muted or have I gone deaf? You started it. Do you know, just looking at... Not Yaroslav Krylevsky, who's just come on there. He never gets back to me when I message him. He'll come in here and he wants my money. I'm just going to ignore him. Or Frankie's money. Yeah, it looks like he's... when he fell on the floor, it looks like he's hyperextended his shoulder there. I don't know if he's dislocated it or not. But that's not a good sign, that, for number 8, Pacheco. And Matterhorn says, Legia Varsova without cups, big surprise. Well, they might have the money, mate, but they might have the money. Cross comes in, headed clear. Yeah, that's a bit of a blow for you, that, mate, with Pacheco going off. It looked like he could have just dislocated his shoulder there, or maybe he's just done the ligaments. No, mind you, that can be worse than actually dislocating your shoulder. Frankie says, we live in the southwest. The geezer says, fixed it, wise guy. And Frankie James says, take your fingers out your ears, the geezer. It's going to be a long throw-in from the left from Radvinsky. The referee is ready. They've thrown a dummy. Shot comes in. That's blocked. Are we going to get a 30-yard screamer? It's a 30-yarder. Not exactly a screamer, but that miss hit almost fell too. Hammerlick. Eggy says, thanks Frankie, I also removed the crisp and can smell better now. Oh, if it was Frankie, it'd be chips. Corner comes in. Cleared up by Wubik. Yeah, we're asking for trouble. If we're just going to sit in for the rest of this game, we're asking for trouble. Bozic down the left hand side, cuts inside, needs support. Does well. It's with Duarte who's on that left hand side. Bit of room in the middle for Duda and Redado. Matterhorn says, Wisła Kraków and Cracovia, brutal derby. In Krakow is a very big problem between both fans. Mate, it's disappointing tonight. It's disappointing that no Płock fans are in the stadium. I know it was your club's decision not to take up... Oh, what's the referee doing here? Your club's decision not to take... I'm glad you're in. You can maybe answer this. So no Płock fans tonight deciding not to take up your allocation. But last week against the Ekstraklasa, there was Wisła Płock fans in the stadium. I don't understand it. Go to the Ekstraklasa, but not to Wisła Kraków. I mean, if the Ekstraklasa want a get together with the fans, they just wait outside whether it's the Extra playing or not. I don't understand it. Change for Wisła, because the MK's come on and Bozic has gone off. So I'm assuming Duarte will go over onto that left hand side. Masson says Wisła Kraków. Yeah, we've done that one, mate. Yeah, it is. Definitely no love lost between the fans, is there? But I know when I just did a video of when me and Frankie went a couple of weeks ago. I went and bought some merchandise and that. The thing is, you can't wear the merchandise when you're out and about because it's not safe to do so, which is a little bit sad, really. But ultimately, do we need a bit of football hooliganism in the world? They need an outlet somewhere, don't they? And what's the saying? And I absolutely love this saying. I'll tell you in a sec. Matterhorn says, there are many groups which distribute drugs and brutal fighting on white weapon, for example, swords and stick. Yeah, Wisła wouldn't sign the contract, would they? To not take weapons. That's where I draw the line at that. You know, if it's fisticuffs, then all right, it's a bit of a punch up. But I love the old saying. Nobody loves a warrior until the enemy's at your gates, and it is true. It's definitely true. I wouldn't say the warriors, but you know what I mean. Well, Evo gets dispossessed there. Chance for Płock. Loose pass into the penalty area, cleared by Uriga. Graja says, Wisła to play Odra Pole in the first round of the Polish Cup. Yeah, it'll be a difficult game, that, mate, as well. It'll be a difficult game. Graz, is it at home or away? Do you know? I haven't kept up with anything this week. I've just been so busy doing other stuff. Breaking my boiler. I thought I'd get that one in before you, a geezer. Post on the break there. Uriga with the interception. Kaziemki using his pace down this right hand side. He's not going anywhere. He's going to get... The referee just played advantage there. Gradually, oh, it's away as well. Well, it would have been nice to have a good cup run this season because obviously no European football. A few more shekels into the coffers for the club as well. We need to keep an eye on this number 7 as well, Kabaki. He's a decent player, isn't he? Do you know the referee? I wish he'd make it clear, because I don't have any volume, and it wouldn't make any difference if I did, because I wouldn't pretty much understand 99% of what's being said. But he kind of points, but you don't know if he's pointing for a free kick or if he's pointing for a throw-in. As it is, he's going with a throw-in. What is he doing, the referee? But the referee's making a right. He's making a right bollocks of this. It's not just me who's struggling. Even the players now are thinking, what is he doing? Frankie James says, oh my days, they need a good talking to. I know it's serious stuff, but hopefully there will be peace. Never happened, Frankie James. There was just one time when the Pope died, where the fans came together. That's my understanding. I'm there to be corrected, but that was Adam in Poland who was telling me. He said that's the only real time where Wisła Kraków and Cracovia, the fans have got together. And when John Paul II died, I assume that was. And I did see something from Daz Reynolds in there. Frankie, that is me in my profile picture. And that little square, I can just see a little. I'll have to put that, Daz, if you're happy for me to do so, mate. We'll flash that up on the screen when we're talking about live chat. Who's in there? Wisła Płock on the break down that right hand side. Uhrig has gone across, but there's edge of the box, a gap, too much space on the edge of the box. It's like everybody wants to get into the middle for the cross coming in, and nobody looks behind them to see what's going on the edge of the box. Cost us a point last week, that. Now we've got a chance to break. Ridardo, edge of the box, shot comes in, drags it wide of the keeper's left-hand post. Yeah, Daz, cheers for that, mate. I'll get that somehow. I'll get a screenshot of it and put you up in live chat. Matterhorn, Wisła Kraków promoted to the Ekstraklasa after being relegated after a 4-year break. They had very good times over 20 years. Several championships in a row. Yeah, I know, mate. Seems a long time ago, though, now. 13 championships all told. Seems crazy that we're talking about, for this season, let's finish not fighting relegation, and hopefully, you know, let's hope against hope. From a Wisła Kraków point of view, we want to go up as we want to be champions and qualifying for Champions League qualification. Realistically, is Europe achievable? It's a long season, isn't it? We're doing okay at the minute, but I think first and foremost we cement our place back in the Ekstraklasa. But you can always dream, haven't you? That's what football is about. If you don't dream big, what's the point? I mean, that they're giving away a corner. Crazy. Especially if we concede from it. And Grazia says, Żurawski was my favourite. Enlighten me some more, Grazia, if you don't mind, mate. Żurawski. Still lots of bodies in the box here from the corner. That comes to naught. And once again, Wubik trying to get Duarte away on the quick. Really, it's all right having Duarte on the halfway line, but it'd be nice to have Kaziemka there. He's coming on fresh. He's got the pace anyway. That would have been before my time, mate. Before my time. Marathon Man said, Żurawski, Frankowski. Yeah, it was this team, Wisła Kraków. See, I don't know the history like that of Wisła Kraków, I've got to admit. But when I go, he used to be the taxi driver. He still does, Adam, but he's become a friend as well now. And when we went to Wisła getting some merch a couple of weeks ago, he was outside telling me about some of the history of the club. It's probably because of him that I started supporting Wisła Kraków years ago. But he was telling me, and it's in the video I did, about, I forgot the guy's name, outside the Henryk Reyman Stadium, the road that runs across the back, they named it after one of Wisła's better players, and I can't remember who it was. But the road is named after him outside of the club. Matterhorn says played in the national team. Chance, offside. He's offside. Woof. Matterhorn says, and they played in the national team. Grazi says, Żurawski had 102 goals for Wisła. See, I should know that really, shouldn't I? I'm going to have to, I think Redado's coming off. Yeah, I'm going to have to brush up on my history with Wisła Kraków. It's just so difficult with the language barrier. It's no excuse, but a lot of things get... Hey, Mikulek's coming on. Number 4 for Wisła. Rafael Mikulek and number 12, James Igbekim. Duarte and Redado coming off. Matterhorn says, when I was on the Balkans, I was Bulgaria, England, quali COVID Euros. It was a massacre. Yeah. What were you doing in the Balkans, mate? That's in the Balkans, that's a fair old place, isn't it? You gotta watch yourself there. Lost edge of the box, running into the box, and Mikulek sticks a foot out. Puts that ball behind for another corner. Do you know, this second half, we're just sitting in, and it just worries me that we're just going to invite that pressure and... Headed goalwards, no problem for Wubik though. This time Wubik takes his time. Hamlet trying to disrupt him. Now it's with Lelyveld up to Sanchez. Oh, what are you doing, man? Shot comes in over the crossbar. That's twice now that he's done that, Sanchez. Uriga needs to be having a word with him, giving him some. You can't keep doing that. He just played a beautiful through ball. Unfortunately, what is that? And to all the people, you don't want to be giving it to Hamalik. Giza says, blimey. Mate, that's twice he's done that. Duarte, Duda was guilty of it, cost us a goal. Good finish, mind, but still cost us a goal. He did it in the first half as well, Sanchez. Now he's done it again. We're just inviting pressure. It just feels like... Shot comes in, no problem for Wubik. It just feels like there's a goal around the corner and it's not for Kraków, Wisła Kraków. I get the feeling we came out in the second half and just said, let's just sit in and try and hit Płock on the break. Grazi says, Igbekim has to make up for last Saturday's game. Do you know... Do you think he was bad? I don't. I'll tell you for why I don't. Because in that central midfield role, if you've got Mark Carbo Bellapart playing with you, you've got someone else with a little bit of stature. When you're playing there with Duda, you're kind of trying to do the midfield job on your own. Duda's all right going forward, coming back. His tackling's not the best. He's not the biggest. I know I'm not saying we go with 2 CDMs, but that ball's going out for a throw-in. Yeah, I don't think Igbekim had a lot of support last week, getting away from home and trying to win that midfield battle for Wisła pretty much on his own. I know Jaden wasn't happy with Bozic's defensive contribution, but ultimately we want him there scoring goals. The fact that he put the penalty in the same corner, and it was a shocking penalty. The one he scored the week before was dubious. The keeper got 2 hands to it. This one was just even worse. Matterhorn says, I love Balkan region, my favourite, interesting history and geography. An ex-Yugoslavia create Slavic countries like mine. Oh, blimey, mate. I don't know how old you are, Matterhorn. But the Balkans in the 1990s, early to mid 90s, that was it was like the Wild West. Cross comes in, Sanchez. Oh my word, he's put it wide. He's put it wide. Lovely ball in. That corridor of uncertainty from Krizanovski. That deflection was perfect. And he's got nothing on it. In fact, it could well have been a corner because he made no contact. Should be 3-1 that. Grazi says, Yop was asked about Igbekim and agreed with my assessment. Well, from my point of view, that just means that there's 2 of you that are wrong. It's a lot of work, mate. It's a lot of work in that midfield for Igbekim. Shot comes in, loops up, no problem for Wubik. Yeah, it's a lot for him to do to win the midfield battle early on when it's just him and Duda. And I honestly, when I saw today's lineup and I looked at our central midfield and it was Duda and Erthaler, blimey. There's not exactly a lot of height there, is there? And there's not a lot of stature. And I think if there they are, the ultras. I think if Igbekim, if he did have as bad a game as you and Marius Yop think, we'll let him off with that one because he had a good season last season, didn't he? Maton says 91-95 Balkan War. The most of it was tragic Bosnia. It certainly was, my mate. It certainly was. Grazi says, but the knock on Igbekim is that he can look great one night and terrible the next. Oh my word, I thought Sanchez was going to get in there. Yeah, I mean, he started off last season in the Betclic 1 Liga. When he came back to us, with the failed medical, best thing that could have happened for us, that. And he was fantastic, wasn't he? Scoring and winning everything, midfield general, running everything. Running the midfield. Huriger's going to get booked there. Yeah, the card comes out. But We'll have a look. Slow this down. See if it was a yellow card from Urigas. Why is it even a foul? I'm not even sure it was a foul, but there we go. Yeah, in midfield, mate. I don't think we've got anybody better in that midfield at the moment than Igbekim as a defensive midfielder. I'm still waiting to see as well this season Irvin Omic. Cross comes in. That'll be out. Is it a corner? Is it a goal kick? The referee, I wish the referee would make his decisions clearer. Now he's given a corner. He didn't have a clue, the referee, either, what it was. Now he's given a corner. He didn't get any... She might be pretty on the far side, the assistant, but she needs to get that flag up and be pointing to the... Give the referee a little bit of help. They both kind of looked at each other. It's flicked on. Now she puts the flag up. Yeah, well done. Do it a bit quicker next time, love. Matterhorn, what are you thinking now? Are you getting back into this game, or is it not your night? Do you think Wisła take the 3 points? We've just sat in this second half and just invited that pressure. The good thing is that Wisła Płock have not been able to get that clear chance. But the thing is, if we are going to sit in and play like this, we need to be smarter on the break and not be putting the ball at a play like that, like we've just done. Grazia said, yeah, mate, you're right. You are right. They wait for VAR to make decisions now. Do you know, if you don't have VAR, then you're fine, aren't you? You make your decision and you go on. And if you dropped a bollock, well, afterwards everybody says, oh, that should have... But at that time, the game goes on. No, everybody's... You're wrong. Get VAR. What grinds my gears is when they do use VAR and VAR gets it wrong. And what I couldn't believe in the World Cup, it was it's still not been sorted out all this yet, and it won't be anytime soon, I don't think. But the battle between UEFA and FIFA, that one's going to go on for some time. But there's a lot of stuff going on about Infantino now, isn't there? He's under pressure. Do you think he'll still be in the job in a month's time? I'm not sure he will be. So we shall see. Matterhorn says, what do you think about the performance England at the World Cup? I thought we did okay. I thought we did all right. Getting to the semi-finals, ultimately there's only one team that can win it, isn't there? So from the future, if there's only one team can win it, that's going to be 63 nations that are disappointed. Matterhorn says, I think it'll be 2-1. Well, that was Jaden's prediction before the game. But I just think it's dangerous sitting in like we are doing. Krzyzanowski, go on, have a shot. And it's with Duda. Back to Krzyzanowski. Puts a cross in too close to the keeper. Yeah, I thought England, mate, they did all right at the World Cup. Had that game in Mexico, that was the highlight. Maybe it took a little bit out of the players, but when we played Argentina, we looked like we'd been outsmarted, and we looked tired, as we always tend to do. And ultimately, we got what we deserved, which was a trip to the third place playoff. That game, it needs packing in, doesn't it? Nobody ever wants to play that third place playoff. And yeah, it was entertaining against France, but it doesn't mean anything. Everybody just probably wants to get home. Players who haven't chance Mason Earth with a good clearance. So yeah, and I'm glad Spain won it, because I think with Spain winning, I think football won. I think if Argentina would have won, I think football would have lost on the night. You know, with the way they played and do what you've got to do to try and win. That was their best way, but it's not good for football. Whilst putting the ball into the mixer, headed back across. Nobody's really got hold of it. A good block by Igbekim there. And that's a free kick given by the assistant on the far side. Chance for the away side to load bodies into the box. This could be a chance now for you, Matt Horn. It could be a chance for you. Grazier says, if Poland finishes second in 2030, they will not be disappointed. No, I wasn't disappointed, mate, finishing second. I wasn't disappointed getting knocked out in the semi-finals. We had a good run. Oh my word. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now that's a free kick. Matterhorn, that could have been the chance for you, mate. Shocking marking from Wisła. Who was that? Completely unmarked. Prisser, it was just been shown a yellow card for a little trip on Erthaler. Shows this free kick that came in again. Who was supposed to be marking? We've not seen the replay yet. That's absolutely abysmal marking. It went over the head of Sanchez. Number 35. Kaminski. Grazier. Kaminski. Should have put that in really, but completely unmarked. Right, Duda comes off. Done all right. Cost us a goal though. Here we go. It says Evan Omic. It's Erwin Omic. Right. Let's just tighten things up now. Matterhorn says we had a chance to go really far. Mikulek's in. He would have been offside. Has the flag not gone up? No, the flag's not gone up. Well, I've got to say, I thought he was offside there, Mikulek. That's why I wasn't jumping up. This will show us that ball through. It was a really... I thought he was offside as well. No, he's not offside. He's not offside. Hamelek played him on. I mean, you've got to be finishing that. Sanchez is trying to G the team up. Marathon Man said, we had a chance to go really far in the Euros 2016. Unfortunately, we lost to Poland on penalties. We lost to Portugal on penalties in the quarterfinals. That's unlucky, that, mate. Kaziemka with a... Matterhorn, sorry, remind me again, which is your country? Are you Polish or are you from the Balkan region? Max Sense down the line, looking for Omic. Yeah, Sanchez. Yeah, wondering what... Do you know where... Omic, he looks like he's put on a little bit of weight since he first came to Wisła. He was always just a little bit lightweight, but it looks like he's bulked up a little bit. Right, don't give away. Yeah, wins the ball back nicely. That's what we want from Omic. Now he can bring it away. Plays a ball, a loose ball down the... Yeah, and he's won the throw-in. That's better from Omic. That's what we want to be seeing. Grazier says 3 goals in the first half. No added time. Now there's 5 minutes. Cheers, Grazier. I forgot to add it on, mate. It's a good job you're on the ball, Graz. Thank you for that. Yeah, he's got a little bit of height about him on Mitch. He's bulked up a little bit. And I think this pace might suit him a little better as well. Because he's definitely a technical player. He can put a shot in if he needs to. Flicked on by Mikulek. Sangria's gone down there. I think he's got cramp. Mikulek's on hand to play nurse. Does anybody know what position Mikulek's playing? Oh, look at that, off the post. Should have put that in as well, Mikulek. It should have been 3-1. We should have been sitting comfortable now. What have I missed there, Frankie James? 5 minutes, second chance. Yeah, we don't want any of that. Right, we've kept that ball in. Kaziemka puts that ball across. Headed clear. Chance for Wisła Płock to break. Sizzle says, I'm literally at the hotel next to this game and can hear all of them. Sizzles, you should have got a ticket and gone and watched it. If anybody wants to go and watch Wisła, by the way, it's book it online. If you're a foreigner, as they call you, you just need your passport. It's about £10 or £11. If you want the full VIP gold treatment, it's about 250 zloty, so 50 quid or something like that. But good seats. I normally sit on the far side from where the TV camera is, right on the halfway line, about 9 rows, 10 rows back. Perfect view, and it costs £10. And you can have a good beer beforehand. Plenty of toilets about as well if it's cold, so if the beer goes right through you, you've no problem getting to a loo for a pee. Welcome, Sizzles, by the way. Frankie James says, nice one, Sizz. And Matterhorn says, chance played in, no problem for Wubik. Matterhorn says, we have 3 performers, first round quali, European Cup, but 3 more times without success. We have 1 Polish Cup in 2007. Not a bad record, mate. It's not a bad record, is it? Sizzle says, I'm just visiting. I'm not a football fan. I'm also Polish, but live in the UK. Ooh, Wubik, what's he doing there? He's kept it in the area just. I've just come back with Frankie James from Poland. We go over to Krakow for about, hopefully, 3 times a year. Go and see, my dentist is over there in, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's not in Krakow, it's in, is it Chrzanów? Chrzanów? C-H-O-R... It sounds in English like Chorzanov. But are you going into the old town tonight, Sizzles? Be a great atmosphere. Shot comes in from Kaziemka, keep it down to his right hand side. That's it. The referee has blown his whistle. Wisła take the points. A victory is a victory, but that second half was, I don't know what the keeper's having a go at Sanchez there for. But Wisła take the, yeah, that's the one, mate. That's the one. That's where I go to the dentist. Sizzle says, where can I watch this properly? Because it's cool being right next to the stadium. On TVP, they might have it on, and if they've not got it on, then it's behind a paywall on Ekstraklasa TV. But often TVP have the games on, and it's just not every game. But it's just finished now, so if you're going into the Old Town tonight, Sizzles, I don't know if you've ever been, but the Sue restaurant, they do a mean steak there. There's a lovely young lady in there called Eva. Matterhorn says, Wisła Płock, small stadium only, 15,000. It's only a small stadium, mate, if you need more for the fans. I've just got a big moth coming. It's only a small stadium if you need more for the fans. If you can't fill 15,000, your stadium's big enough. Does it get full, or what kind of crowds are you getting? Grazi says, this were in third place, but the weekend has just started. Yeah, I don't know what happened after the game, but I don't know what happened with the goalkeeper having a go at Jordi Sanchez. Big moth, he's gone out. But he wasn't happy with him. So maybe it was over the goal he scored. Maybe he thought there was a push. But either way, we've got the 3 points. Matterhorn says, in Wisła Płock there lives 120,000 people. What sort of crowd do you get? Will you fill 15,000 in the stadium, or is it sort of 3/4 full? Giza says, I need some more antiseptic on both sides of the ball. Your left or the right? Above the waist. Mate, that'll tickle me all night, that will. Quick shout out, by the way, if you haven't done so already, if you can give the video a like, I'd be ever so grateful, because apparently at YouTube they love likes on the video. It just shows that the content we're putting out is good enough to earn your guys likes. Right, next up we have got have I missed anything in live chat? I need to get oh yeah, I need to get some more anticipation on both sides of the ball. I thought it said antiseptic. You know, my eyes are getting worse. I've been staring at a screen for days on end. Matterhorn says, the end of the match and finish the stream. Yeah, pretty much, mate. Now, it's there's no point hanging around just for the sake of it. Everybody's got stuff to be doing. Aggies says, thank you, Frankie. He may be he may be. Do you know, I don't know why, but tonight I just felt really calm watching this game. I felt like we had enough to win it, and for some reason live chat tonight has been more entertaining. Live chat has been more entertaining than the game. Swedish. Aggies, you're just as bad as Frankie. A Swede nailed it. Who was the England manager? Taylor, wasn't it? We used to call him a turnip Taylor. He used to have his picture on the front of the newspaper as a turnip, but his face ingrained into it. Brilliant stuff. So yeah, right, that's it. Next game up for Wisła is, I don't know. I shall find out now. So yeah, Graz was saying we've got Odra Apole in the first round of the cup. Excuse me. Not the easiest of ties, that is it, and it's away. So yeah, we should have enough to win that, but the cup in it would have been nice to have been at home, at least. Next up we have got Gurnik away, and that is on the 16th. So that's going to be on is that Sunday night, 7:15, I think. Yeah, it must be Sunday night, 7:15. That's going to be a difficult game, that. Gurnik Zabzia. Zabrze. I think that's how you pronounce it. Maybe my Polish is still not up to it. I don't believe it, Frankie James. I'm just checking now for the game that I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss 2. I might even miss 3. How bad is that? So we've got on the 29th. I think we go on the 28th, and it's Wisła at home to Wisla Krakow. So the Wisła derby we missed. Then on the 2nd, we'll miss the cup match Odra, and on the 5th, Corona away. So that I'm going to have to check the dates on that. Not good enough, guys, is it? Frankie, we're going to have to sort out the matches before we start booking these cruises. Frankie autocorrect as it enters tonight, says a geezer. Flipping it. Matt Horn says, I'm glad I could share some interesting information, even though I came across this site by accident. Yeah, you get it shared, mate. You're welcome back anytime. It's a friendly place for all fans. Frankie says, I've just eaten a bit of tuna and olive oil pizza, lost concentration. Frankie says we fly on the 29th, return on the 5th. Well, if we return on the 5th, we might get back just in time. The geezer says, red card for James. Frank says, oh no, he's stressing. I'm not cancelling. Grazia says, take it easy, everyone. Grazia, thanks for joining us in live chat tonight. My pleasure, as always. Take it easy, mate, and have a good week. Right, I think that's it, ladies and gents. I'm going to go and get my kebab. Sounds like it's arrived. If you haven't done so already, please, I've got a button here. Please hit that subscribe button. And if you can also give the video a like, I will be ever so grateful. That's all I ask of you. Maton says, I will be now your canal in the YouTube algorithm. I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. Agiz says, goodbye, Graz. Sort that raccoon out, Agiza. Right. Turn that off. I wonder what it was. I've just turned it on. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be back tomorrow with the rugby league at tea time, and then hopefully tomorrow night we'll have some golf. It'll be nice and peaceful, so we can have plenty of time in live chat. So join us for that one, even if you're not a golf fan. Matterhorn says, bye-bye, you're a nice funny guy. Cheers, Matterhorn. Tell that to my wife in live chat. She thinks I'm funny all the time. Jesus says, till next time, Frankie Jimmy, enjoy dinner. See you later, guys. Thanks to everybody. It's been an absolute blast. Unlucky to Wisła Płock. Well done to Wisła Kraków, taking the 3 points.